Hey everyone, it's Froggy, and since I'm finished with Nameless now, I've decided to move on to a new otome game. This one is by a company that I like quite a lot. It's called, they're called Winter Wolves, and this one is called Nicole, as you can see written huge on the screen. So this is a mystery-style otome game. There's still romance, of course, but yeah, so basically this whole game is about a girl named Nicole who starts going to university or college or whatever and starts living in the dorms there. And soon after she enters the school, she starts having an issue with a stalker and learns about all of the mysteries that are tied up in this school. So basically she needs to figure out who the stalker is by the, well, within an amount of time, and to try and avoid being captured and to make sure that she's saved or something. She wants to solve the mystery anyways. So this game has 4 different guys that you can end up with. I forget their names. You'll see it in the game anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start a new game. I also don't really do voices, so a lot of the voices are gonna sound the same. There are already tons of people on campus when I arrive. What a cool place. It's busy and loud, but I find that it just makes the atmosphere more exciting in a way. It's nice to know that nothing's different just because I picked a private university to attend. Thanks to some help from the school, I've already got most of my stuff up in my room. The only thing left is a single box, and it's being hefted awkwardly around in my arms. I really want to look around, but that can wait for later when I have more time. I pick up my stride as I approach the dormitory, weaving past the other students as I go. I nearly crash into people more often than I'd like, but I make sure to hastily mumble an apology to each student who has the misfortune of getting in my way. I know I should slow down, but I can't help it. I've been waiting for this for so long. I worked really hard to get into this university, and now that I'm here, I can hardly believe it. I'm not the only one like this. All around me, I can hear people chatting, my ears pricked up at the mention of local restaurants, teachers to avoid, teachers to take, popular media, and a medley of other topics. It's your typical school talk, and as badly as I want to just join in with someone and make some new friends, I have stuff I've got to take care of. Man, already with the responsibilities. Soon I'm in one of the halls of my dorm, glancing at each door number I pass to try and find mine. I'm rooming with someone for the year. Chandra Dawn, I think her name was. I don't know all that much about her, but I'm hoping she'll be cool. In the worst case scenario, I'm gonna have to switch rooms, but best to keep optimistic. I haven't even met her yet. I gasp as I hit something, or really, someone in the hall. We collide so hard that I nearly drop my box, but the unfortunate soul is knocked down to the ground with a pained breath. I'm so sorry, are you okay? I clumsily place the box down and offer out a hand. The girl I knocked down rises to her knees, gently massaging her head. Oh, she's pretty, and so tan. I'm jealous. I always burn when I try to do that. I'm fine. Thanks. I mustn't have been paying attention. She looks up at me and smiles as she takes my hand and pulls herself up. I don't have a big box blocking my view as an excuse. I still should have tried to watch out where I was going. I offer out a hand. I'm Nicole, by the way. My name is Chandra. It's nice to meet you. Wait, did she just say Chandra Dawn? I start to grin at Chandra and I realize that at the same time she points eagerly at me. Nicole? Is your last name Grave? Yes, so that makes us roommates. I squeal excitedly while Chandra gives me a much more contained, sheepish smile. Wow, Nicole, it's nice to meet you. Same, except the whole knocking you down thing. That was an accident. Don't worry about it, I'm not mad. As if to change the subject, Chandra gestures to the side of the hall. I can show you over to our room. I actually have to go and pick up more stuff, but feel free to place your things wherever. Cool, thanks Chandra. I pick my box back up and follow after Chandra as she leads me down the hall and to the left. The second door from the end turns out to be our room, and I bid her off with a tilt of my head before I head in. Our room is pretty much empty, but that's to be expected. I give an awkward attempt at a shrug as I hold the box in my arms. I guess I have the room all to myself for now. I bump the door closed with my butt and set the box down near where I see my other stuff. I see unfamiliar furnishings on the other side of the room, and I assume those are Chandra's belongings. It's great that she got here around the same time. I like my space and all, but I'm sure it can get lonely with no one around. I have to admit that the room is pretty nice. It's kinda too simple for my taste, but there's a ton of space for me to put my stuff. Yeah, I think I can get used to this room. I give a triumphant smirk as I think of all those people who didn't take me seriously back in high school. A girl like me, at a university like this? Everyone thought I was joking when I told them my first choice school. Some jerks even laughed at the idea. Okay, I mean, I guess I don't seem like the type of girl to be a complete brainiac, but hey, just because I'm smart doesn't mean I can't try to keep up with other things besides my studies. Like clothes. Actually, I wonder if there's any sweet boutiques around here. It doesn't take long to log into the school's connection. Despite all the horror stories I've heard about college internet, it's decent, and I started lining up tabs for my favorite website at the top of my browser. Along with that is a tab of my favorite blogging site of all time, the one, the only, Roller. I have my music player going too, and I hum along to the beat of one of my favorite bands as I scroll through the seasonal cardigans. While I'm at it, I might as well be productive. I quickly make a new tab and type my university's name to the search bar. Of course, the first hit would be my school's website. Gross. I really don't want to think about classes just yet. I scroll past it to look at the other choices. Boring, boring. Oh, hey, a school newspaper? That sounds cool. And I figure maybe it has some info about events happening at the start of the school year. Unfortunately, besides a recap on orientation, which I really do not want to remember ever, there isn't much to read. Oh, hold the phone. Whoa, what's this? Multiple disappearance mystery continues. Even as I read the title of the article aloud, I can't believe this. It sounds like some silly rumor the upperclassmen made up to scare us freshmen. Strangely enough, it seems credible, and the author even has sources and official statements from the police and everything. How weird. 3 victims so far. Each girl went missing for around a few days before being found unconscious somewhere in town, unable to remember a thing. And it looks like each victim transferred out afterward. I stop scrolling for a moment as I feel a chill run up my spine. That's so spooky. I don't get it. Can something like that really be happening? Am I missing something? I absentmindedly twirl the strand of my hair around my finger as I continue. This is actually kind of weird. And, oh, the police think that this is all the work of some mysterious abductor. I finished the article soon after, but the details I read continue to stay in my mind. People going missing isn't just something you can ignore. Why isn't the school doing more? Why does no one seem to care that much? Well, that's an easy answer. This is all scary as heck, plus it's way easier to leave things to the police. Yeah, I just gotta leave it to the police. Be a little careful, watch myself at night, and most importantly, study, study, study. I keep my face straight for a mere second before bursting out into laughter. Or maybe I can buy this striped cardigan as my own start of the new semester present. I click out of the new tab and start on my favorite hobby, online shopping. This isn't the time to get gloomy. I have a whole year ahead of me, and maybe things aren't going to be as picture perfect as the college brochures want me to believe, but I figure nothing is ever really as it seems at first glance. Hey, if anyone knows that, it's me. Tutorial. In the next screen, you'll see several places that you can visit. Each is a place depending on the time of day and day of the week. You'll be able to do different activities. So this is a stat building otome game. Kind of like how Dandelion was. You'll get to interact with the guys sometimes and stuff like that, and each guy corresponds to a different stat. So on the side here you're going to see like morale and energy, so I mean you know what those are. Clues is basically you looking for the abductor guy, but don't worry about clues. Clues will start going up faster once you start maxing out or get close to maxing out one of the other things. One of the other stats. So, I mean, that right there is a huge pointer just to not worry about it now and deal with it later. So each guy is different. So there's zeal, there's diligence, amity, and wit. I'm gonna be going for Jeff. So that's wit. So there's a couple different things, and you'll see anyways once you start going through. I'm gonna show you all of the different stats that you can do, like all of the different activities that you can do, and then we'll go from there. If I can figure out how to leave. Oh, there you go. There's different endings depending on who you romance, and if you solve the mystery or not, try to see them all. Good luck. There you go. So each one is different, so I'm not really sure. You want to definitely get diligence up high, and wit is another one that you're going to want to max out. So diligence I think you're going to need for all of it, everyone, so you'll want to try getting that maxed out too, but wit is important for Jeff. So I'm going to go to the library. Search through the newspaper. Okay, I don't want to do that. Can I take extra classes? Classroom. There you go, extra classes. Ooh, there you go. Can I study in the library yet, or no? Okay, yeah. Anyways, so if you want to raise like morale and stuff, then you can go to the disco bub and dance. And there's other places that you can go. I think the movie theater also helps you raise up morale. Those do cost money though, so that kind of sucks. Can't go to the library anymore, it's closed. So I'll just go back to the classroom and do more studying. There you go. In the end of the day, you always end off here. So I lost 24 morale, I've lost 10 energy, but I gained 9 wit, so that's really good. Nothing's better than a good night of sleep. So that was the first day. I'm gonna do another day, and then I'll just to give you more of an idea of what this is, and then we'll go from there. This isn't going as well as I thought it would. I take another look around the campus map I have pulled up on my phone, double checking to make sure I'm in the right area. Yeah, I totally am. I mean, I think I am? I have no clue. Ugh, getting to places is hard. I'm trying to find the building where my bio class is going to be held. I found my other 3 classes no problem, so I have no idea why I've suddenly lost all sense of direction. I think I've been wandering around for like 20 minutes. It feels like it's been longer than that, to be honest. Whatever, I give up. I'm just going to head back to the dorm and ask Chandra if she knows. Wait, which way is the dorm again? Oh, this is so bad. Why does biology department have to be such a confusing building layout? I'm going to be stuck here if ever. I don't. Anyways, I just know it. And I'll never find my biology class. And I'm going to flunk out of school and become that old lady who lives with a million cats for the rest of my life. I don't even like cats that much. I'm right in the middle of a mental breakdown when I hear someone call out to me. Hey, you there! I see a guy approaching. He looks older than I am, with chestnut brown hair combed neatly into place. His dark brown eyes meet mine warmly, and he gives me a friendly smile before he begins talking. I'm not trying to be rude, but this has to be the 3rd time I've seen you walk by today. Huh? What? I held a hand up to my face, embarrassed. What? You mean people have seen me wandering around like an idiot? The guy chuckles and holds out a hand to try and console me. Please, relax. I'm sure it was only me. Classes haven't started just yet, so there aren't too many people around. I'm Jeff. I'm a 2nd year here. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that you're a 1st year. My shoulders sag. I bet it was pretty obvious. Yeah, you're right. I'm Nicole. I held up my phone so Jeff can take a look at the school map. I'm trying to get to this building here, see? It's where my bio class is going to be. I want to make sure I don't waste time trying to find it on the first day. Can you imagine if I hadn't done this first? I probably wouldn't have even made it to class on time. Jeff tucks the side of his finger in between his lips as he hums in thought. Ah, you're looking for the science lecture hall. That's a staple for life science majors. Everyone takes a class here at least once. I'm surprised you didn't know about it. They didn't show you the building when you toured the school for orientation? It's a big deal in this department. Really? Oh, sorry, I should have been more clear. I'm not a life science major. Pre-law, actually. They only gave us a tour of the law school. Jeff lets out a low whistle. So you're the exact opposite of life sciences. Taking a class for the GE? Mm-hmm. I want to make sure I cover all my bases. Wouldn't want to accidentally miss a requirement. Ouch. That wouldn't be good. That's rather prepared of you, Nicole. I'm jealous. I wish I was like you last year. Well, you know, just trying to start the game off right. I'm getting a good feeling about this Jeff guy. He's nice, polite, and without him, I'd probably still be lost with no idea where to go. Technically, I still am right now, but... Hey, Jeff, could you do me a huge favor? I place my hands together, pleading, but Jeff waves away my gesture. You don't have to say it. You need someone to show you the lecture hall, right? Well, you've come to the right place. If there's anything I can do, it's lead the way. I know how hard the first year can be. Getting used to a new place can be quite challenging. He starts to walk and gestures for me to follow him. I skip over to his side, listening to Jeff as he goes on. You should be fine, though. If you remember where the landmarks are, like the library or the cafeteria, you'll be able to find your way around campus easy enough. Jeff speaks so assuredly that I start to find confidence in his words. I'm really lucky to have bumped into him. Maybe he can show me the ropes to this place. For now, he just shows me the route to the lecture hall, making small talk along the way. It's pleasant, nothing too gripping. He just asks questions about where I'm staying, what other classes I'm taking, the basics. When we eventually reach the lecture hall, I can barely believe it. I know I passed by this area at least once. Man, I was so close and I didn't even realize. Something tells me this area isn't as new to you as you thought it'd be. Jeff covers his mouth politely as he chuckles at my expense. I don't really mind. I would do the same thing to anyone else. I totally walked past this place. Ugh. At least I know where it is now. Thanks, Jeff. I totally owe you one. It wasn't any trouble. I couldn't leave you wandering alone like that. Jeff leans forward excitedly and gestures over to the doors. Want to head in and check it out? It's nothing revolutionary, but I personally think the inside is very snazzy. He seems so excited by the idea that I'm drawn in as well, and I agree taking a look inside wouldn't hurt. Jeff's right when he says that the inside isn't anything special, but I have to admit that it's a nicely made building. I think it's because it's so modern. The seats don't look creaky and the floor looks presentable. What do you think? A great place to learn, right? I guess. It's not like I'm going to pay attention to whether the walls match the carpet during class. Very true. At least, I hope you don't. Not if it's going to distract you from the teacher. Jeff thoughtfully rubs his chin. Say, what class are you taking, and with whom? Oh, I tell him the name of my class and the person teaching it. It's lucky I was able to remember that off the top of my head. Ah, so the bio class for non-bio majors. I should have known. I actually work in your professor's lab. Oh, like an internship? It's common to do after your first year. Your professor is a nice fellow. Not too difficult as long as you do the work and you do your best to understand. Then again, what professor isn't like that? Jeff laughs at his own joke. He sure sounds like he's had a lot of experience around here. It makes me feel like such a noob. Do you mind if I ask what your major is, Jeff? I don't think you ever told me. Me? I don't mind at all. I'm a pharmacology major here. That's like medicine and all that jazz, right? A beat passes. I look at Jeff to see if anything's the matter, and I see him smiling at me. But the corner of his mouth is twitching ever so slightly. Around those lines, yes. Though it's more about biology and how drugs affect this biology than medicine and all that jazz. Another bout of forceful laughter follows after that. Did I touch a nerve? Nah, I must just be imagining it. But, pharmacology seems like the type of study that's super complicated. And then you've got your little option here, so you can either choose it sounds interesting or it sounds hard. And I'm gonna choose it sounds interesting. Pharmacology must be interesting. I don't know very much about it, but I can tell there's a lot to it. There's certainly a lot to it. Drugs get a bad rap, but they have unlimited potential. You wouldn't believe the effects that they can have on the human body. You'd be amazed. Jeff animatedly gestures as he goes, and I can tell that this is something he's super passionate about. It's nice to see that in someone. So, when you're done with school, do you want to be a pharmacist? Jeff pauses. Something like that. I'm still trying to figure it out. You know how it is. Yeah, I hear you. I know I want to go into law, but there's so much I can do with it. I figure something will come to me during my 4 years here. You could always switch your major to pharmacology, like mine. I quirk an eyebrow and give Jeff one side. Science isn't really my thing. I mean, it's cool, like I said, but I don't know if I'd want to make a career out of it. But you said you thought it seemed interesting. You're contradicting yourself. Jeff furrows his eyebrows and glowers at me. Is he pissed at me? I know he's telling the truth, but it's not like I made some lifetime commitment. Only kidding, of course. Jeff's face relaxes a bit into a congenial smile. I blink a few times, thoroughly fazed. Kidding? Oh, you mean all that stuff about me switching my major? Yes, that's it. Why would I force you to do something you didn't want to do? That wouldn't be very nice of me. Yeah, you're right. You really had me going. Man, I thought he was way serious the entire time. Anyway, I think I've stayed here long enough, don't you think? Let me lead you back to your dorm. You don't have to do all that for my sake. I can manage. Are you sure? No, not really. Jeff laughs in face of how blunt I am, and I grin sheepishly in response. Seriously, if it's gonna be out of your way, I'll be fine. I don't want to bother you. Nicole, trust me, it's not a bother. Jeff winks as he holds the door open for me. Let's go. I'll show you a shortcut. Reluctantly, I smile and head out the open door. I'm not trying to be ungrateful, but I feel bad for dragging Jeff into helping me like this. I'm sure he has better stuff to do than lead some girl around. However, true to his word, Jeff shows me how to get from the lecture hall all the way back to the dorm, and it's shorter than what I thought. Man, I must have wasted so much time. And voila, here we are. Jeff sweeps an arm behind him and gestures at my dorm building like it's an amusement park attraction. Thank you so much, Jeff. That was some shortcut. When it comes to the life sciences department, I know all there is. I'm usually around those parts, so if you ever see me, don't be afraid to say hi. There's something I need to take care of, so I'm off for now. It was certainly a pleasure meeting you, Nicole. Same to you, Jeff. Thanks again. See you. I wave goodbye to Jeff until he's long gone, then turn on my heel back into my dorm. Man, meeting him was such a lucky break. I can already tell he's an awesome guy, and who knows, maybe I'll run into him again sometime soon. And I'm gonna end it here for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more, just click the eye at the top, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.